that moment was the fact that she had no idea. And we've been together for now like 7 years, and I know, finally, right?
So,
7 years. But it was such a special moment. It was in her home, which is the most special place for us, where we built a relationship and everything. So it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah. Hey. Mm-hmm. Hi guys. How y'all doing? Let me turn Sherry ass down.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, every time she shows it and everybody looks at it, I'm always like, oh, flawless. Because,
Okay, let's hush her. First of all, Sherry Shepherd is doing a great job on her talk show. I like the fact that she is not afraid to be vulnerable and emotional on her show. Oh my God, is that semen from last night? Probably not. It's probably that bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit I just ate. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is starting your day off very, very well. Maureen says it looks like I'm in good spirits. I am currently fighting depression. I'm fighting it hard. Yesterday was tattoo therapy, and as you guys can see, we got that ink on, but it ain't nothing compared to the ink that my fan got. Her name is Marie Falk, and Miss Falk got banished because her ass decided that she wanted to call my phone and ask about a spell in the midst of a business meeting I was having, so I banished her black ass. Well, she's Caucasian, but she's squad nonetheless, so gang on Marie Falk. I really appreciate you. After getting tatted last night, I just got completely drunk. It's not the best way that you're supposed to deal with your emotions when you are depressed or anything like that. And this morning, instead of a show, I kind of want to have a conversation about mental health and what I'm faced with. I deal with a lot of people's energy all the time, you know what I'm saying? And I learned that throughout my career, throughout my work experience, I hold in a lot of stuff, and I've gotten really good at cleansing myself too spiritually. But when things affect me on a personal level, it affects me harder. But it don't stop what I got to do. Like, you know, I think to myself, now that we're talking about Sherry Shepherd, like, do you realize that, like, these talk show hosts and these people that you see every day on TV, they got a personal life outside of that, and they still got to get in full glam, get up and fucking perform and do a show. And no wonder Wendy lost her fucking mind, bro. Like, let's be clear, because when you have that kind of obligation and you have to show up in your emotional state regardless of what it is, it can become very taxing, and you can start to consider your mental health not as valuable as the people that you're talking to or the people that you're helping. You know what I'm saying? So this is more of a candid video to just kind of express to you guys what I go through on a personal level, how I've been dealing with it. Drugs and alcohol is not the way, but it's my way. You know, I don't drink often. I smoke a lot, you know what I'm saying? Which numbs a lot of emotions that I do feel. But most of my emotions deal with other people. I'm an empath, so I feel what people go through. And typically I deal with that. But when I'm faced with my own shit, it's like, it takes me a minute to get my bearings. I will say that I've gotten a lot better, and I've gotten over the guilty part when I'm not capable of mentally doing my job to the capacity that I know I can. I mean, I had 9 clients today. I pushed them all back to tomorrow, and I didn't think twice about it. And before, it was, you have mental health concerns, and you then pair that with the guilt of feeling like you're letting somebody down. I don't feel like I'm letting my clients down anymore. If I'm not 100%, I can't give you what you paid for. And it's not that the readings will be wrong, it's just the experience won't be as fruitful. So I would rather you wait and get a fruitful experience than to see me today and I'm reading you into a plastic bag and shipping you to the Queen's funeral. Speaking of the Queen's funeral is going on for a month, bitch. This reminds me of when Retha died. You know, she went on tour in her casket, and that's exactly what Queen Elizabeth is doing right now. They're cutting into my talk show programming, and it's not bothering me because it's the Queen, but she ain't my queen. She wasn't I don't even know who she is. And they got all these documentaries out. Maybe I'll look up some of them today. But I live in a democracy, and the president is about to keel over too. You know, the way he didn't know where the exit was on that speech he did the other day. I just, it's time for me to become president. That's what time it is. I'm about to enter into politics after I get done being creative and obtuse. But let's get back to the topic at hand. So let's just recap real quick. There's something that happened last weekend. And from that experience, I transmuted the energy on Monday, which takes a lot of effort. On Tuesday, I transmuted it again and read Nicki Minaj and Cardi. And thank you guys for the receptivity on that. Make sure that you're commenting and liking and sharing it with your girls. I saw one comment and it said, I'm glad to have you as a credible source for pop culture news. That was never my ambition. You know what I'm saying? But when I read that comment, I was like, well, damn, the Shade Room don't really post a nigga, so I am the Shade Room. Cool. But everything that I read has to come from like a magical perspective or can be readable. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool that she said that. Anyway, I dropped that. I got tattooed yesterday, and then I got drunk as hell, and then I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning in full-blown tears, like just crying. Just fucking crying. And I called my mom. My mom is here now. Y'all want to talk to her? Y'all can talk to her in a minute if y'all want to. She's here now. She said she's going to spend the day with me, which is supposed to make me feel better. But she's actually doing a good job of that. Aside from her letting my dog out and the dog running into the neighbor's yard and tearing up their tulips. But that's neither here nor there. I'll let her speak for herself in a minute. But I called her over here and this morning, and she comes over, and I had got done crying, but she just lays next to me and tells me that it's gonna be okay. And so I did that. We woke up, as you can hear in the background, they're still working on my kitchen. So pairing that with my depression, I just felt like it was a mental health day for me to just chill. But it's so funny. So that's the recent recap of events that have happened. And then I wake up to one of my girls who I predicted would do well at New York Fashion Week, and she did. But what she did not tell me is that she was going to say my catchphrase going down the runway. She looked at the audience and said, "How you doing?" I'm about to post that in a minute. And I also woke up to Marie Folk with the squad tattoo on her. I don't know what God's doing, but I'm on the ride. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the ride. I trust you, God. The series of emotions that are coming, and I'm divinating them well. My spirituality is at an all-time high. I just needed some time to, I guess, get into me. I have a therapist appointment today at 2. So I get to talk out my feelings. I am not going to be on anybody's medication. I do not want medicine regulating my emotions. I am clean from coke. Okay, I still smoke. I don't drink like that. I only drink recreationally or when I'm getting tattooed. So I'm maturing in aspects of who I am now. There is no manual, bro. There's no manual to success. There's no manual to how people switch up or treat you when you are rising to the top, and it's, if anything, I hope that my life is a testimonial to when you get there, and you start to experience some of the things I've experienced with people or yourself or events and stuff like that. And it's so interesting. One of the biggest things that I've learned is that you do not view yourself how other people view you ever. And I guess I've always assumed that what I portray is how I'm being received, and that's not necessarily true. And it's interesting, being an entertainer, you are very hyper conscious on what it is that you are portraying and what you want people to pick up on. But in dealing with people on a personal level, you just automatically have that trust that you see me how I see me. And the biggest lesson that I guess I've learned is that perception is in the eyes of the beholder, and you can't control how people gonna treat you when you feel like you haven't changed, when you feel like you've stayed genuine, authentic, generous, and you would assume that the same person from high school would look at you the same, and they don't. And I guess that's the lesson of it for me. You can't control the way people perceive you in your personal life. Now, what I can control is how people perceive me in entertainment, which is why I, dial up. It's why, Jim Bootz it out. It's why, I'm staying true to my gender non-conformity or whatever the hell the word is, goddamn. But I'm tying all this together and putting a bow on it to say this. Mental health is important, okay? Your emotions are important. The way that you feel is important. And the world as an adult does not nurture that. They want you to go to work as a machine. And I'm grateful to have the capability of clocking in and clocking out when I want to, but I put in the work, and I will always put in the work, right? But there are certain times where you need to use that PTO. There are certain times when you do need to talk to somebody. And unfortunately, in the Black community, we don't nurture that energy enough. We don't. We tell them, "Oh, shut up, go to work." Especially with Black men. Black men don't have emotional support. They're supposed to be hardened. They're supposed to, be brutish. They're supposed to not have feelings. They're supposed to be hard and ready to protect and stuff like that. That's not true. These niggas is pussy. And these pussies needs to be and be mentored to. Let's be clear. I don't know what has happened in the 21st century when it comes to these niggas, but these niggas is softer than bitches. No shade. And they need somebody to talk to. I need somebody to talk to. If you need medication because your brain is releasing chemicals that causes you to be depressed or feel some type of way, get what you need to get done. Don't feel like your feelings are inadequate, bro. And I think that the generation prior to ours did not nurture those feelings because they couldn't. They had to work. They had to, Black people are descendants of slaves, which they didn't give a fuck about their feelings. It's not even too long ago where we were only worth 3/5 of an entire person. So we have got to start honoring our feelings. We have to start honoring how your feelings affect people. And granted, that lesson has to reign ever so supremely in my career because my feelings run it. My mental health runs what I do. And I'm not saying this making an excuse for me not seeing my clients today, but I'm saying this so that you have an understanding as to why. I made a decision. I said, I'm not doing it today. I'm not working today. I'm not seeing people one-on-one today, but I am working that tip draw down. So if you do need questions answered, I still have the capability of reading, but I don't want to share this energy one-on-one because they're going to pick up on it. I have to be clear-minded, and I have to protect my space, bro. And it's funny because with anybody, you can't go unconscious, bro. And I used to say this all the time. I don't read friends or family. I don't read people close to me. And I think a part of that was blind trust because I loved him. But you see where that's gotten me. 14 motherfucking people out of my life since I bought this house. 14. And to say this too, I have abandonment issues, bro. I was adopted, my nigga. Like, I ain't never really got comfortable with this. And maybe this is God's way of, getting me comfortable with how people work. I said this yesterday to the videographer that filmed Bootz TV episode 6. I said, I am a master at spirituality, but people, I don't got that on lock. I ain't no social worker, bitch. I took one sociology class and I loved the class. Miss Patterson loved me too. I love her back. And she actually follows me on Facebook, so that's pretty cool. I don't understand people, bro. I just don't get it. I know how to correct it spiritually, but I don't understand how people move, bro. I've been watching this show on Netflix about how like these motherfucking people, they will, I dated, what's it called? My ex is I dated a psycho? Is that what it's called? Where these like people, they sit up here and really do finesse the fuck out of these bitches, bro. Like, and in my mind, I'm like, how can somebody do this? We had a conversation yesterday, and I was like, bro, I can steal from a store all day. I can still do it, but I don't have to do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, times was hard, bitch, and I wanted me a ham sandwich, and I'm going into Walmart, and I'm putting that ham in my drawers and walking the fuck out. That's the fuck I did. But I don't have the morality to walk into somebody's house and take something because it's just wrong. Like, it's wrong to steal from a corporation, too, but, it's punishment for that, which is why I'm banned from Walmart all across the globe, but I still go up in there because the coin good. Or I sent my assistant to go now. And you didn't, let's just pretend like I didn't say that. Anyways, say that to say this. I feel like I need to go to school for psychology. all of this is pushing me to go back to school and get a doctorate in psychology. I need to. I need to understand how the brain works, bro. I get how your spirit works. I understand that, like arithmetic. It's 2 + 2 = 4. But when somebody is so good to somebody, and then somebody, I need to understand. And through logic, that's the only way that I can understand this condition we call humanity. Because it is a condition, bro. These motherfucking people is crazy. Okay? You've been low-key saying this. I know. Yanis, I know. I'm at the point now where I need an understanding, and that's what bothers me. You know, when I don't understand some shit. Oh, look, the great heron is back. Sorry, I have a heron that likes to chill on the lake or whatever, and I think these birds are seasonal as fuck. Like my geese. So going back to the story. You know, my geese, they flew the coop over the summer. I haven't seen my geese over the summer, right? So I thought they just forgot about it, bitch. Well, the geese pulled up today, flew right out the sky, and now the great heron is here too. God speaks, bro. Let's go back, because I got kind of sidetracked on this story. So yesterday, I got tattooed. Getting tattoos is always therapeutic for me because it validates the pain that I experience emotionally. And I remember starting my tattoo journey online with you, and I said, I'm doing this so that I can get accustomed to the pain of the world, like, you know. And I just think now I'm addicted, but it is definitely therapeutic, no shade. And I got tattooed, then I got drunk as hell, woke up at 5 o'clock this morning crying. My mom comes over here and she held me and she said it's going to be okay, and I cried some more. Woke up to banging and all type of shit that they're doing in here on the kitchen. I'm going to show them y'all. I'm gonna let them see y'all in a minute. Well, you can see them in a minute. Don't get sidetracked, Bootz. Woke up to that, started working down the tip jar or whatever. I saw Marie Folk have the squad tattoo on her, and I melted. And then yesterday, prior to the tattoo thing, I saw my girl at New York Fashion Week with a receipt saying that, you know, I predicted that she would do Fashion Week this week and she had to reschedule her appointment. And I did not know she was going to say my catchphrase, which I stole from Rasputia Lattimore and Wendy Williams. How you doing? She looked at the fucking audience member and said, how you doing? I said, bitch, I'm so flattered. And it's like, as my personal relations, I'm learning lessons from and having to dismiss myself from people. The energy that is felt by that, it like matches it out. Like it balances it out. Like, and you know, I saw a whole lot on the Nicki Minaj reading and Cardi B reading that I did. It's a lot of as above, so below type of situations that were manifesting themselves. And I feel like I'm a feather in a tornado, bitch, and whichever way I'm blowing. I'm clocking God. And then my geese showed up today. So in the midst of my depression, coming up out of it, I get extremely flattered. And then my geese, which is represented by the flock of tarot card in my tarot deck, came back today. What are you trying to tell me, God? That I should put stock in my fans and not people in my world? What are you trying to say? Aside from going back to school and get a psych degree, you know. And look at them. Look, I'm talking about them right now. There they go. Strolling up. Let me see. Y'all see them? Look at them. They in formation. That's them. You see them? They strolling in formation, honey. Honey, they Beyonce to the bullshit. And those are the same litter of geese. Those are the same litter of geese that we saw as children. Like I raised them damn geese. But I think that they fly away in the summer and come back in the winter. Like they like the cold or some shit. But I missed them when they was gone. And I had subscribed to their food. And so I have a lot of corn in here that ain't been used. So I'm going to definitely be feeding again. The flock of tarot card in my tarot deck represents audience. It represents. So for them to show up today, God, you're talking. You're talking. And I needed to take a day to actually listen. I say that to end on this point before I let y'all see what they doing in my goddamn house. To say, I will be live at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay, to deliver a show. Okay. Tomorrow, full-fledged, we back at work. Friday, full-fledged, we back at work. Today, I'm listening to God, trying to figure out what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Bootz TV episode 5 Bootz Camp comes out on Sunday. Really excited about that. You guys will get a promo tomorrow. Code Jailbreak still takes 30%. Is it? I don't know. 25-30%. It's some percent off the website, and I am actively still doing those readings right now, and I still am in time. I'm still in time. I said 24-hour turnover. In 24 hours, your reading will be answered, and it's no fucking shade. Whether it's texted to you or whether it is announced on live. Now, we had some confusion yesterday with some new babies. If you buy a live tip, it can be answered on live. If it's not answered on live, then it will be texted to you in the allotted time frame. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if it does. Okay. Text message readings are exclusively texted to your phone. So one girl was like, I got a 6-month reading, and she was like, I didn't get it, but I got the email saying that it was fulfilled, right? That's because I answered the reading on live that day. So I know the tip jar is switching. I'm switching up. I'm trying to make it more convenient for you. So thank you for bearing with me in terms of how I'm getting this shit together. Okay, no shade. And I am going to end the week on Friday by reading the Ray J situation, the Ray J and the Kardashian situation. I know you guys have been waiting on that. And I honestly just, every time I try to get into it, I get distracted. Yesterday I was distracted by the Nicki and Cardi tea. And so I'm actually going to listen to what Ray J was talking about. I know Storm Monroe, who is a YouTube personality who is so talented. And I think he talked about me on his YouTube show yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And he flattered me, which is fucking phenomenal. Our reading was really fucking good too. So yeah, he was telling me that Ray J claimed that Chris made him record the sex tape 3 times, which is sick, but it's also genius because Chris, that woman, she can make $1 out of 15 cents, my nigga. Like, I mean, and the entertainment industry is weird like that. Like, it's just weird, and it's not okay. It's not okay, but it is weird. Okay. It's fucking weird, you know. I mean, hell, for me, it's weird to have your child running around in high heel shoes at 7 years old. Not my daughter. Well, it could be my daughter if that's what she want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to put it past Matthew Knowles. But, you know, I'm going to get into that story. Okay. I do have... No, I don't. I sold out of appointments yesterday, but I'm about to open up some more today. Okay, so before 9 o'clock p.m., I will open up some more appointments today based upon my schedule. I am ambitious. I'm not going to claim depression anymore. I'm coming out of it faster than normal, you know, because knowing what I'm going through right now, I would have been down for a damn 2 weeks. What, not even a year ago? Strength, man. We're growing together. We're growing together. We're growing together. So, you know. So, again, I just want to say thank you for accepting me in all my forms, bro. I ain't perfect. I am the best. Okay. But even Beyonce takes a break. A long break. And then she comes back and she slays the game. I really study her and her rollout and how she releases material and what that material means. And we're steadily waiting on Act 2, bitch. Can we get some visuals besides this Tiffany and Cole visuals that you dropped? I feel like she gonna drop that shit when ain't nobody paying no attention. And I feel like she waiting for this queen shit to get done with. Like, cause the world stops for B, but right now the world is stopped in reverence of the queen. So I think she's being a bit more respectful, which is smart. But I guarantee the day after they put her in the ground, I think Beyonce gonna pop something. But that ain't no read. That's just my opinion. Or is it a read? I don't know. Now I can't even tell if I be reading, if I just be saying shit, child. That's called being drunk off the spirit, child. I don't know if I'm awake or asleep, child. You know, just, Lord, just live your life, honey. Just live your life. Yeah, on that note, again, 9 o'clock p.m. I'll be here. Get your tips in. I am working them down as I am recuperating my mental state. I got another tattoo. I'm back on my tattoo game, bro. The 27th, I'm getting this done up a little bit more. I'm going to stop right here, though. I'm not going to tat this part. And I think I'm going to go ahead and start on the back piece. And I'm trying to get covered in this motherfucker. You heard me? I heard you. It's a lot of them geese, too. All right, let's go talk to my mama. Mama! She might be outside. Hold on. Ooh. That song has been stuck in my head for 20 years. Mama! Mom, you hear me calling you? Mama, do you hear me calling you? Was you just gonna sit there?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to come to me.
I was calling you to come to me.
Oh,
You look so pretty.
thank you.
You're welcome. Look at the geese, Mom. They back.
I know, they were swimming out of line.
Okay, Mom, I need you to talk to the people right quick. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So the topic of conversation today is mental health, right? Were you a social worker?
30 years.
I thought you were a social worker. What advice would you give to anybody about mental health? Is this something that we should take more seriously, or like, what do you feel? Hold the phone, but don't touch the side. Just hold it right there. Right there. There you go. Okay, talk to the people.
Okay. Well, your mental health is just as important as your physical health. So you know how important it is to exercise and to do it on a continuous basis.
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing with your mental health. And your mental health has to do with your thinking.
The way you think.
The way you think.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is one person that's in control of the way you think and what you think.
And who is that?
And that's you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you pick up from other people in your environment, your work, your home, different things that you say. All of the things you say need to serve you.
In your thinking.
In your thinking.
So when people say stuff like, you make me sick.
Then you're going to get sick. Because you are affirming that. See, you have power. And your power is in your tongue. You know, there's a passage in the Bible that says, man shall not live by bread alone.
Hey!
But by every, what?
Every tongue.
Word.
Oh.
By every word that proceedeth from his mouth. So, take that literally. You know, that one, when Jesus said that, he wasn't joking. You know, he was saying, this is how you live on this planet, by using your power in positive ways.
So when people say things like, I hate my job,
then you're going to attract circumstances
that make you hate your job.
That make you hate your job. Give me some more of those things that people say.
So I've said I was depressed these past couple of days.
Oh, you will be. You will be, because that's what you're professing.
So what should I say?
You should say, I'm in a good mood. I
I'm in a
feel
good
good. I'm very thankful.
What would you say to people
look
that say
around
that that's
you.
a lie? like, what would you tell people who's like, well, I'm not in a good mood? How can I say that?
Well, you know, the reason you're not in a good mood is you convince yourself that you're not. So if you're in a bad mood because you convince yourself, then convince yourself that you can be in a good mood.
So you're saying start at the solution and not, so the circumstances do not determine the way that you process the information. You do. Right? So instead, so somebody slaps me in the face, you then have a response of anger, or you can say, I'm in a good mood, and not have that affect you. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you're going to have to go deeper than that.
Okay.
Because the reason the person slapped you in your face has something to do with what you've been professing. So you got to get to the root of some of this stuff that's happening to you.
You're so pretty on camera, Mom.
Thank you. I'm trying to cover myself.
You're trying to cover up your breast, but...
To cover up myself.
I don't know why.
Because I'm working.
That's modesty.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, you have to get to the root of it. Now, one good thing you can do, and this applies to everybody, is think about all the things that you're thankful for.
Start listing them in the comment section right now.
When think about, thank you, God, that I have eyes and I can see.
Amen.
There are people that are blind.
It is.
I have ears that I can
girl
hear.
won Master Chef though.
I'm thinking that I have a job and I have an income to support me and myself and my family. I'm thankful that I can think on my own and I can walk on my own 2 feet, and I have full capacity of my body.
Mom, how old are you?
75.
75 years old. How has the world changed in your eyes?
Oh, a lot.
I saw this.
It's interesting.
I saw this meme the other day where this girl, she was showing her children an old school telephone. And the child was like, "What is that?" I was so shocked, bro. And I was playing, I had one of my hoes come over here, and I was playing Outcast, and he was like, "Who is that?" I said, "Outcast?" Like, how has the world evolved in your eyes? Do you remember the days where jumping rope was fun?
That's what we did. We went outside and played. We didn't have computers and cell phones. We had one phone in the house, and it was located in the hallway. And it was a party line. So there were 3 other families on that same phone line.
What?
Yes. And the only way we would know we were getting a call is it would ring 2 times. The other family knew they were getting a call. It would ring 3 times.
Where you grow up at?
In Charlotte. In Charlotte. But this is, okay, I'm 75, and that was going on when I was like a teenager. So you do the math. You do the math on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I've seen a lot of change, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more changes.
Do you like the changes that the world has made?
Oh, yeah. You know, the main thing is learning how to use them. And my son is not very patient with me,
Mom,
teaching me
2 seconds and you start ringing off about me.
teaching me how to use my Android phone. So things have changed and are continuing to change. And during your lifetime, you will have the same kind of experience of, you know, we're driving cars on the street. So probably when you're my age, you'll probably be flying in the air in your car and think, people drove on the street in a car?
Mom, who's that?
Oh, that was during the day.
Who is that?
That's me and my afro.
You look the same.
I don't look the same.
You do. It's in your face. You look
I
the
don't
exact
look the
same.
I don't look the same.
That was before or after
Well,
your second husband?
Well, before.
All right, Mom.
I've had 3 learning experiences with 3 husbands.
And she working on her 4th.
No, I'm not getting married anymore.
Why not, Mom?
I don't have a reason. You know, I gave you a daddy. That was one reason. And then when I was younger, I wanted companionship. That was another reason. But I'm perfectly happy.
All right, that's enough for out of my mama. Mom, I love you. Give me one wise word for the people real quick before you go.
Believe in yourself and what you can do with your power.
You heard what she said. All right, guys, I'm out. I'll see you at 9:00 p.m. when I get these people out of my house. What the men doing?
I haven't checked.
Okay, well, I'm about to.
What's your name in my sandwich?
No.
It's kind of a chore to step out.
No, it's not. I pay for them knees. You got good knees.
I just called my podiatrist.
Your podiatrist?
Yeah.
Podiatrist, psychiatrist, whatever the hell. Let me get back in this goddamn room. All right, so that is the source of my disdain. I love my mom, though. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later, 9:00 p.m. And look who's awake. Hi, buddy. How are you? You doing good? That's my little man. That's my little man. Yes, she is. Say bye, Moon. I guess that was his way of saying it. All right, later.